This is the Reader's Notebook page for day 4. This is page 306, and this is proofreading for spelling. Again, we're not doing a test or anything on these words. It's more or less just recognizing the spelling patterns in each of the words and applying this to proofreading a passage. So that's what we are doing on this page. You are going to proofread for spelling. So you are going to find the misspelled words and circle them and write them on the lines below. Now, if you are completing this on Edmodo, it's going to look a little bit different. I'm going to present this as one sentence at a time, and you are going to tell me how to spell the misspelled word. I will be attaching this scanned copy as a link that you can click onto for reference, but I'm just going to go ahead and read through, and then you guys can look at the words that are not spelled correctly. That way, when you go to complete it for yourself, you already have an idea where these words would be. Dear Grandma, it is a real pleasure being out here in nature. A major feature in the landscape is a mountain up ahead, and we see a new wild creature almost every day. So after reading the first few sentences, I already see some corrections that need to be made. So I'm going to go back and look at the first sentence. So it is a real pleasure being out here in nature. So again, pleasure, it does have the Z sound, but as we figured out in the spelling word sort we did earlier, that Z sound can come from the S-U-R-E spelling. So, of course, pleasure has that S-U-R-E spelling. Also, it is missing an A. So, it's P-L-E-A-S-U-R-E. Being out here in nature. So, nature has the C-H sound, but again, that C-H sound, once again, we found in our word sort, can come from a T-U-R-E spelling. So nature, as we know, is N-A-T-U-R-E. A major feature, and you can pick up on the pattern that many of these misspelled words are picking up on. They're spelled out the way they're sound, and as we know in the English language, it's not always how it's sound. You have to memorize these spelling patterns to help you figure out how to spell conventionally. So make sure you are looking for those sound patterns, and that's going to help you identify those words that are misspelled in this passage. So I'm going to go ahead and read through the rest. Just follow along and see if you can find any more words. So our captain puts our wagon train into a big circle every afternoon, and then we cook supper. We seem to measure out our long days and meals. The nights are becoming colder. There is so much furniture in our wagon that I have little room to sit. Sometimes I walk alongside the wagon. It has been 5 weeks since our departure from St. Louis, and we have many weeks to go. I keep my eyes open for natural springs that spout water like a fountain. I am certain I'll find one in the near future. Water from natural springs is a treasure. What an adventure it has been. I miss you. Yours truly, Molly. So for the assignment, on paper, you are just going to write down each word that you find. You're going to circle it in the passage as the directions have told us, and then write them correctly on the line. Now on Edmodo, I'm going to give you a sentence, and it's going to be presented as a multiple choice question where you tell me how it's spelled based on the options that you were given. Make sure you're mindful of the spelling patterns that we've studied earlier. That's really going to help you recognize the spelling and be able to find the conventional spellings for these words.